I've just realised Hunza has actually started to fall away from me. That's not very nice. Oh, I've got negative immunities, that's why. That doesn't help. Okay, we're wanting to fix that. I'll keep that one in mind for now. This is a nice little trick. I can attack with this very broken frigate, and then I can take a second frigate and pull it back, making a fleet out of the danger zone. Yes. We don't like being in the danger zone any longer than we have to. You know, I went to the danger zone, but I got out very, very quickly. Next up, mobilization. Good, that gets me armadas. Armadas are much more resistant to ranged attacks because they're just so strong. Now, I heard you all screaming at me, okay? I heard it. U-boats only get the +10 if they're fighting something in ocean. The target has to be in ocean, not the actual U-boat. Yep, I remembered. I remembered eventually, don't worry. Anyway, they're very good. They're very, very good at shooting cities. So that's awesome. Tyre will flip very quickly, but in the meantime, you're thinking I use my ironclads just to quickly, hang on, get some health, and then wha-bam, I'm just going to, again, anything that's in the ocean, we're going to nuke really quickly. Oh, I remember when my fleet was really weak, but now my ironclad fleets just go wha-bam, and we have just destroyed in one go. It's lovely to see. I'm actually amazed that we managed to hold off this initial attack. It's been glorious fun. Like, war on all fronts. We've got the sort of Dido front, the Netherlands front, we've got the occupied territory front. Genuinely, we've been having a lot of fun here. It's been really good, and this is of a level 5 crossbow that's now a core. Oh, Mexico City's got such a strong defense. 1 U-boat attack, 2 U-boat attacks, 3 U-boat attacks, followed by a frigate salvo, and I believe that is Tyre taken. Oh, okay, now how bad is the loyalty situation? 7 turns to hold the loyalty there. I could move Victor across, that would be a little bit tricky. Mittler, is that doing better? There's a lot of cities that are kind of on the edge of being happy here. I need to get rid of this minus amenity penalty, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do that until I start making peace with people. But, I mean, Alex doesn't want peace. Clearly he doesn't want peace. The Netherlands do, though. I could make peace with them. Feel like, out of everybody, they're the ones that I could get the most gains from in terms of cities. So I'm reluctant to make peace with them just yet. Oh, Victor just got neutralized. Oh my goodness, they are using spies so effectively against me. That is a bit of a problem. He was actually keeping this city loyal. Well, there we go. If I had any doubt that I needed to continue the attack against the Netherlands, then that will quickly solve that one for me. Perfect. Well, okay. Well, we'll just continue attacking now. I believe that we can take that city out without too much issue, but we'll just keep striking for a little bit, see if we can just put the pressure on now. Oh, there's so many attacks. So many attacks going on. Basically what Dido is doing, no, we don't need a military emergency. Come on, stop that now. They're going to keep going through. Basically, this is a state of perma-war against me now. Who's gone to war with me? Oh, Mapuche has now joined in, and Hungary as well. Okay, right, fine. Well, we just need to keep building up my military. The higher my military score, the less likely people are to join in. Lovelace is pointless. She's really good, but she's pointless. Because I've got so many districts as it is. So that's fine. But yeah, this is now just a constant perma-war. Now, Byblos, I kind of wanted to keep that one alive because that's where my spy is. But I'd rather move my spy around continually and not have, like, loyalty penalties and pressures and things. So that's fine. We'll just take this city now quickly. It just opens up a nice new front to me. Rebellion in 12 turns. I think I can keep that. I'm pretty sure I can keep that one. Oh yes, and holy sites. Holy sites are a good idea because actually I have, in the majority of my cities now, feed the world. So that will help my cities get even bigger. Just in case I didn't have big enough cities as it was. I'm just going to pump out a few traders quickly. But yeah, holy sites is not a bad idea actually. Although to be fair, I wanted to pump out districts full stop. So let's do that. We'll get everything beginning to pump out now. I think that city should be mine now. Yes. Lovely stuff. Okay, good, good, good. That should sort out the loyalty. So we're just going to keep pushing the loyalty problem down the line. But as long as we keep taking cities over, we're not going to have a problem. These U-boats can now go to Rotterdam, which is cool. But this 14 population city up here is my bigger priority. So let's just get one more U-boat, and I think this navy should be pretty good to rock, and then we'll focus on expanding westwards. I mean, I don't want to say that when we decided we'd be playing a sort of role-playing Germany, using all of the things and using U-boats, that I would be fighting a two-front war in the east and the west. We are, so there we go. 11 districts Aachen can have. Wow. I mean, I don't even know where to use Lovelace, because, I mean, I've got full districts pretty much, or like spare districts in every city that I own. I get one for every 2, so yeah, that's nuts. Okay, yeah, I actually, it doesn't matter where I use her, so let's just use her in Aachen, I guess. Computers boosted, lovely. Oh, for goodness sake, I put the spy in the city centre and they've just disabled the industry. I hate spies. La 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 la. I mean, one day I'll learn to use them. Cavalry and line infantry, by the way. These are 2 upgrades that I've just unlocked. That is brilliant. Lovely stuff. We're going to get into some tight and narrow spaces now. So what I'm going to do is make sure that this U-boat has boarding. Lovely. This one now has loot. Fantastic. So I can come and just make sure that I can attack a couple of units. There's no more ranged units, so we'll just attack there. And I can start building up a fleet of U-boats. This will be quite entertaining, I think. Mobilisation. Oh, these cards are beginning to get very fine indeed. Craftsmen, Total War, press gangs. That's all very exciting. I don't need many press gangs now because U-boats are the best ships that I can be doing. Actually, no, I say that. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. 72 engineering points per turn. This is cool, though. A bank and a market. Nice, 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 nice. Rotterdam is up next. I've got the fleet power to easily take care of it. Fingers crossed. I'm doing the usual thing of combining my U-boats together to make something a little bit more defendable. Oh, good. Good. We captured someone. That makes a change. Oh, that's an Ironclad fleet that just got sank. God, these trebuchets, they add up. It's just like endless, stupid little trebuchet attacks over and over and over and over. They're so weak, but they all add up into something that definitely is a bit more annoying than it should be. Oh look, I culture bombed. Oh my goodness, I was stuck in Mittler for ages and ages and ages, and I've just culture bombed using an industrial zone. Of course I did. Oh, that's clever. Sometimes I surprise myself with my own accidental cleverness. I'm going to say that it was deliberate. It clearly was not. I think this should be Rotterdam taken. Bam. Okie dokie. Loyal. Is the city loyal now? No, it's not quite, but that's almost loyal. Okay. Next target, this little 2 population city, and then Eindhoven. It's 12 pop, but that's basically the way of me getting into this sort of little area. 22 envoys. Where shall I put them? No. Nowhere. I refuse. I'm reasonably proud of this, though. Let's just have a look for railroads. But look at it, it's glorious. It's east, so pretty much west. We've still got little bits to go. I'm still building to Arnhem, and Eindhoven is going to massively help to link up these cities, and it's kind of a couple, like Byblos I just took, and I haven't linked that up yet. But I mean, there's enough here to make you feel like, yeah, we've done good here. We've done good. Mendeleev. Ooh, chemistry. That's a really handy one. Go for it. Go on, man. That's brilliant. Economics boosted. Chemistry. Oh, man, that's very genuinely handy. Thank you, Mendeleev. Okay, we need to own 3 line infantry. That's something we can easily do. Build 2 neighborhoods. I feel like, again, that's something we could do fairly easily if we find a couple of cities that need it. This tiny city is also taken now. The question is, could I make a canal city from this area? And the answer, unfortunately, is no. These are 2 hill tiles, because I was thinking of raising and then canaling, but that's not going to help, unfortunately, and I don't see another way of doing it short of the Panama Canal, and I never like to raise on the hope of going Panama, because, I mean, the chances of us actually getting Panama are normally pretty slim. The AI does tend to go for it, so yeah, we'll leave it for now, that's fine, but hopefully... Minus 2.3, minus 21. Hello. That's quite a lot of grievances and quite a lot of loyalty pressure. There's no way we're going to do this. Oh, luckily for me though, Amsterdam is currently being ripped apart by a massive forest fire, which I definitely didn't cause. That's causing the population to crash in this area, so that's quite handy actually. So Dido and the Netherlands both want peace right now. They both want peace. I don't really want to offer either of them peace, being honest, because I'm winning right now. I've managed to batter Dido down to 300 military strength and Wilhelmina 200. At a huge cost to my own economy, I should point out, but that's kind of why, like, I'm sort of in for a penny now. That's my problem. It's a typical issue, isn't it? Unfortunately, though, my military engineers keep getting sat on, and I'm trying very hard to, you know, use them nicely here. So I'm going to have to just protect them a little bit better, I think. But there's a line infantry that can come through on this point. I don't think I've replaced... Just trying to think. No, medics are a thing now, aren't they? I'm just trying to think if I've replaced the siege weaponry. No, I have. I'm not. That's really annoying. Never mind. Okay, what do I need? Trebuchets are still kind of like the way to go. It sounds ridiculous, but these trebuchets are probably powerful enough to do some decent damage against the cities. Although, actually, whatever the Netherlands have just built in the last turn, how they've just rocketed their garrison strength up by about 15. So... actually, taking these cities may be a little bit more problematic now. So you know what? I'm going to take the peace deal for the Netherlands. They were offering me a significant amount of money. Do you see that? Look at that. Oh, do I take that or do I take the culture? Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots for writing right now. And that would be a huge culture boost. So if I would go 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh no, they're not even going to do that for me. Okay. I mean, that kind of answers that question, doesn't it? Actually, scrap that. There just is a couple of them that they value highly for whatever reason. But they'll give me all of this. So, I'll take it. That's a big, big culture boost for me there. Bom, 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 bom. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That really, really helps. I don't think I've got anything possible to theme at the moment, unless I can trade something. But, good. Open borders. Yeah, that's great. See if we can make a bit of a deal. Oh, look. Persia's willing to make a huge deal. Nice. That's a bigger deal as well. Okay, coal, iron for anyone? Bit of coal for Wilhelmina. Okay, that's fine. Good. Now, loyalty-wise, it's not going to necessarily help me, unfortunately, but it will take a bit of war weariness off me, which was a bit of a problem. I would quite like it if Alexander made peace with me, but the city-state emergency will hopefully put an end to this fighting. I just had news that England was trading with somebody. England are the last people alive on this map. Okay. Well, that explains something, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what it explains, but something. I think the Ironclad fleet can come in and take this city now. Well, bam! And so it can. How bad is the loyalty going to be? Woohoo! That's bad. That's not so good. Oh dear. Right, hang on. The city is not helping itself by the fact that it's starving itself to death. Okay, right, that's a little better. -8. And I'm going to have to move Magnus over, but, I mean, this is just, like, desperate to desperate down here, really. I did a canal! Yay! Oh, that's quite fun. I think that makes this one a +9 Hunza. Lovely. There she is. There she is, Eleanor of Aquitaine. Oh, I really wanted you to be doing better than you are. Never mind, I guess. I always like seeing Eleanor on a map. It just makes it better for me. Can't tell you why. Golden Age time. Now, I'm really hoping people around me are going to start just backing off a little bit on terms of like, religion, you know, pressure and things like that. Okay, everyone is in a golden age. So really, what they've done is the exact opposite of what I was looking for. Okay, fair enough. Right, international trade routes. Every single one of my trade routes is domestic, so that's going to give me approximately 0. Heartbeat of Steam lets me build wonders and gives me a bit more production based on my science, but my production is not my issue. Making military units is, and having the option to go for less grievances on wars, that is a big deal as well. Now, come on Macedon, you must want peace. They're going to want peace soon, hopefully. I'm really, really hoping. There we go, you meet someone, a bit of a trade deal with them. That's better. They've actually got 4 luxuries I haven't got. Wow. I mean, I bet they'll want some of this stuff as well, surely. Yeah, look at that. Hey. Oh, I love it when I have stuff. And diplomatic favour. I mean, that's amazing too. Oh, they'll give me so much money for that. Perfect. Oh, Eleanor, you're my favourite. You are my favourite so far. Oh, sowing a bit of chaos though. Look at that. I can get Eleanor to declare on Dido. I'm just whispering around people's backs. Hey, do you want to join in with my war? Would you like to? I'm playing the same rules as before. Joint war deals. I'm not taking the sort of super favourable deals. I'm just taking the smaller. Like, if I can make someone go to war for, like, you know, 1 gold, that's fine. It has to be as neutral or as flat a deal as I can get away with. Just checking in on the old victory screens, and you can see that diplomatically, I've got 3 points, but the best is 6. Religion-wise, Hungary's doing quite well, but Islam, Confucianism and Catholicism still exist and haven't taken over at all. Culturally, no one's really taken the advantage as well, and I've got quite a decent domestic culture this game, and I feel like I could crank that out a bit if I needed to. So like other victory conditions, I'm not so worried about. I just actually need to have a quick look at this one. Cities 4. I never knew you could do this. This was a comment someone left. You can actually see how many cities somebody has. Population 22 as well, and 14 of it is here. So if we take this city, that's basically it. That's done. Dunzo. But this is a strange pivot. Look at this. Holy sites now give me feed the world. Yes. That's pretty cool. 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3 attacks, and then 4. That should be Dido pretty much taken care of now. And honestly, I just want peace. I just want peace. Oh, that's a big peace offer. But hang on, if I give them some luxuries, I should be able to bring that. No, nowhere near it far enough down. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I can give them something that they would value quite highly, like a book? No, they don't. They don't value books very highly at all. Is there something I could give back that I don't want? Like Byblos, for instance? I could give back Byblos. That would be pretty easy to then claim back loyalty-wise. Maybe, we'll see. Sometimes you can do that. So, hang on. I will give this back, and now they'll give me money. Okay, yeah, look at that. That's just ridiculous. So we'll give them back their city. Fine. The loyalty won't change. So actually, that was a bit of a stupid mistake. Why did I do that? Oh, come on, Ryan. You numpty. You absolute numpty. Never mind. Well, it basically means that I can hopefully get rid of some of what I describe as crippling war weariness. I had about -20 across everything. Like, I've still got a bunch here and there. Come on, Hungary. No, Hungary doesn't want peace. Everyone doesn't want peace. Nobody doesn't want peace. Apart from Macedon. Macedon is chill. I'm just about to lose this city to loyalty, and it's a 2-population city with no district, so I can give it back for 29 gold per turn. And she's not going to keep it either. Hee 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 hee. Oh, hello. Hungary are still throwing units at me. Okay, Ursa course. I don't know where they're coming from, but I'm intrigued. I'm annoyed in equal measure. I'm just gonna sort of smile and wave at them. I've got 84 strength city whilst this ironclad is in it. Yeah, very much worth keeping you there. So we'll kind of just leave you there. And there's a few units just healing at the moment, but I might just slink my U-boat around a little bit, just see if I can start picking some of these Hungarian units off. I feel honoured that they're going to go for me, and at the same time really, really annoyed. Right, confirm placement. Hunza, thank you. Right, it'll protect both Hunzas, hopefully. Lyrium power plant, a powerful industrial zone building. Now, I don't know much about this, to be fair. Let's have a quick peek. I unlocked it a little while ago. So, this industrial district generates science equal to its production adjacency bonus. Okay, well that's a bit different to the usual German bonus, but that is insane. That's like 16 science for some of these. It basically produces no CO2, and its production and science bonus is extended to all city centres. Okay, right, basically we're going to be converting to those. So yes, I would absolutely love to get that one unlocked. Comprehension, perfect. And I don't think it's going to be convert to Illyrian power. Right, so hang on, I'm just going to do this quickly. I might lose the power in some of my cities, but I think it's worth the science flip. Like, this additional science is massive. So just come back in a bit. I'm just going to go through and upgrade these. I mean, we can test it out here, actually. So let's get a workshop in. And then we'll get a factory in, because there's nothing in this area, so it's actually producing quite a lot. And then I need a little bit more gold, which hopefully I'll be able to sell something for some gold. Yeah, perfect. Okay, right, well, let's try again. So I'm on 238 science, and this thing should give me 4 8s, 12 science, plus another 14. So 26 science if I do this. About 20 science, but oh yeah, but this city's on 61 loyalty, so it's got a wavering loyalty penalty. Yeah, okay, that's a crazy building. That's wonderful. So in order to make that stuff, I have to have research labs, which is kind of what I'm boosting towards anyway. So that's cool. Cool. Well, there we go. We know what we're doing now for a bit. Ah yes, Hungary. Leave your units embarked with U-boats around. That seems like a very sensible idea. I can think of nothing wrong with this at all. On a 5-pop Hungarian city. Now, how many cities have you got? 13 cities. Oh, well, in that case, you're not exactly going to miss any of these, are you? I mean, honestly, if anything, I'm doing them a favour because they're very hard to keep an eye on, all these cities. It must be administratively challenging, you know? When all the military engineers have no other uses, I'm using them to make canals, because this, of course, combines the Hague. It just sort of connects it to the sea without it having to have a sort of silly harbour over in that direction. So that's wonderful, but also it's giving me amazing Hunza districts. Ah, beautiful stuff. What's the last thing on the Starborn emissaries? Plus 20% production towards space race projects, nice. A diplomacy policy slot in all governments, okay. Allows the Galactic Embassy, a unique project for spaceports. The Galactic Embassy? What on earth is that? Galactic Embassy. When completed, grants 2 diplomatic victory points. Ah, well, okay, that's not really what we're going for, but that would be very, very handy in the diplomacy game, to be fair. Oh, Hungary have just got tanks. Okay, I need to be a little bit careful of those. I should be fine, but tanks are nothing to trifle with at all. They are tough. We don't need total war anymore. Craftsman is still quite handy for reasons we've mentioned before. I went to a Merchant Republic and then regretted it immediately because the lack of wildcard policy slots is atrocious. In fact, actually, can I change governments? I mean, I'd like to go back to monarchy again, but maybe even theocracy? No, there's only the one. I just need a better government. I am in desperate need of a better government. Can we go ideology yet? Yes, there is ideology. For you. The addition of those tanks into Hungary City, my goodness, 97 defensive strength. My frigates are just going to bounce off this city. I just get that sense immediately. It's just about how much city defense that the cities have. Like, if they can shoot back and kill a frigate fleet in one go, I may not be so good. I need to just be a little bit careful here. Maybe I'm just sort of going to chemistry to get research labs, but maybe I'll pick up battleships and things and just hold back my attack until that point. Yeah, okay. The artillery just did 84 damage to my U-boat got taken out in one hit. So Hungary are not messing around. We've got to take some serious firepower if we're going to take down Hungary. Macedon wants to join in against Hungary though. Again, I'm just causing chaos by getting people to declare on each other. Oh, Hungary are not messing around with their army. Yeah, they are really deciding to come at me fairly hard here. It shouldn't be too bad. We should be able to hold out, but just got to be a little bit careful. Don't want to get overrun. Then you've got ancient walls in this city after all. Pair defences. Let's do that and we'll stick the walls up properly. City-states keep thinking that they can escape. This is the thing. Whenever I make peace with somebody, the city-state will be like, oh, you want peace with me as well? It's like, no. You will die. Come on, Tilburg. Give up. Give up. You know you want to. You know you want to be part of my empire. There we go. You see? It's not difficult. Just accept. Accept everything. Oh, this city will become a free city soon as well. Man, we're just picking up all of the little dregs of the Netherlands. It's good. And that's my capital now following this religion. Did I build a holy site in this city yet? Did I do it? I did. Okay, cool. So we've now got a bit more food, a bit more housing in this city. 29 housing. Oh, this religion is brilliant. I mean, as long as Hungary doesn't end up winning a religious victory, which I'm pretty sure they won't, he says with no confidence whatsoever. As long as they don't, I think we're all doing good. 463 science per turn now, by the way. These are all of my power plants turning online. Oh yes, this is great. This is great. So much extra power. I bet I'm going to get given -5 loyalty. I'm going to go for +5 loyalty because I think that would be really handy. And I'd love it if neutralizing governors was not a thing, because I just had another governor killed. It's so annoying. Where even was he? In the city of Kitty.
Chemistry.
I think that's one of my conquered cities, isn't it? Oh, they're so smart. They know what they're doing. They know that they're doing. Cleopatra gets -5. Good. If I'd got that, that would have been an absolute nightmare. Oh, and then the tanks. The tanks are rolling in. My cities have only got 75 range strength here, so we've got to be a little bit careful. Yeah, Hungary, they don't have a huge army, but the army they do have is incredibly tough, and I don't want to give you all that gold for peace. It's because the military emergency is still here, and they want to take Tyre, so they're going to keep bringing their units through, which is fine, because I've got a navy to stop them from doing too much damage. It's just frustrating. So chemistry is now done. That means research labs we can get in, and I need to prioritize getting those in as quickly as possible, because those will apparently they will produce this new wondrous element that will power all of my power plants. All my cities have powered down at the moment. That's the weird thing. No one is actually powered because we're waiting for the research labs to pop up, but we should be able to put these up pretty quickly. In fact, actually, I do just a little bit of trading. I've got some niter. People are normally buying niter up. There we go, look at that. I should be able to find a city with power, which I'm hoping I've got. I mean, I had at least a coal power plant somewhere. What about, where did I build one? I just had one. Nope, I have converted every single one. Okay, well, in that case, I will just get it in my capital because it's my Pingala city. So let's just get the research lab in. Bam! Nuclear program will be boosted, and you can see we are going to be getting 1 per turn. 1 per turn. Okay, we need a few research labs. It's going to be quite an expensive upgrade, but I think it has 0 CO2 costs, so by the time we get everything in, we should be laughing. Flight is up next, followed by radio. I want to see how much aluminium I've got, and then we're going to go for battleships or bombers, depending on which one is going to work out better for us. We now have ideology. That gives me 5-year plan. Oh yeah, combining the 2 cards. Unfortunately giving me a military policy slot, which is probably the least useful that I could have, but I will take it for now. Lightning warfare could be good fun. Heavy and light cavalry units. Okay, cool. Like I can make some pretty decent Curacao cores from that, if I knew what a Curacao was. Okay, we might have to come back to that one, but you know, you get the idea. Government choice is an interesting one though. Communism strikes me as being quite handy because I can get extra production from population, as well as having the 10% science boost. It's also got a good range of military policy and economic policy slots, but it's the wildcard slots. They're the ones I need. So democracy combined with New Deal, even though I haven't got any trade routes to allies because I don't have any allies, I think New Deal is probably a better card for me than going for collectivization and going for domestic trade route boosting. I mean, unless I sent it from my capital. The thing is, it's just about how do I flood my capital. I think I might go New Deal to start with. It seems like a weird thing, but that 4 housing and 2 immunities to all cities, combined with the fact that I'm now getting holy sites everywhere, which have got Feed the World, and that gives every single one of my cities another 6 food. The population growth at the moment is pretty insane, so feel like that's a good choice. Feel like it's a good choice. It's difficult though. Very difficult to know which routes are the better ones. I mean, I could just go for domestic routes and send them all from my capital to elsewhere. That would kind of throw things towards my capital a little bit. It's just, the thing I don't like about communism is the lack of wildcard policy slots, and then the lack of, what are these? It's just got military policy slots. It's just awful. Ugh. I guess we are going to war soon though, so maybe that's a thing. Oh, go on then, we'll go communism. We'll go for a communist Germany. Why not? Well, that's intriguing. The Netherlands have just declared on me a protectorate war against you. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess peace is really not an option in this game, so maybe communism is the way to go. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Okay, well that's good fun. Annoyingly, the Netherlands actually had an absolute ton of units in my territory as well, so that's not good. I think aluminium is going to be really important in this game, so let's just quickly go do that. I think the thing is it's either ballistics to get cuirassiers, and then go to these boats. I think, yeah, no, we'll go for aluminium. I think that's a really good thing. I've got pretty decent ranged attack on my cities. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty strong for everything. Oh, good. Right, they've done the thing where they've embarked their tanks. That is not a clever move. Just divide my navy in two, and I'll send this chunk round and keep this chunk here. Claim great person. Let's get somebody who knows what toys are. Yay for toys! Now, the Levelland cities are now 90 strength. That's a little bit tough for my blood, but I think if I just move my cities into sort of more defendable locations, I'm pretty sure we can hold out here nicely, so it's okay. We'll be fine. Ah, yes. My industrial zone was pillaged. I mean, Hunfred, do you see the fire around you? Do you see all of this? Ugh, spies. You gotta love spies. So much fun. Tiny little city on the north coast up here that I've just taken, which is quite nice. Don't think I'll be able to hold it, but whilst I do, pretty tasty. Closing in on Yerevan though. But there is communism. So we will switch over, have a little bit more fun. I'm sure this will be fine. Republican Legacy is pretty decent. Liberalism. So between these two cards, all of my cities have 2 amenities extra. It gives me probably about a 10% yield bonus on all stats, which is pretty tasty. Unfortunately, we can't get any of the other wildcard policy slots. It's just military policy slots, which annoyingly, as Germany, that's the one thing I really don't need more of. Levy en masse is good, forced modernization is good, total war, lightning warfare, these are all going to have to do for now, but collectivization, 80 food, 40 production on domestic trade routes, that will admittedly help my capital considerably, so that's decent. That is pretty decent. Let's get Cold War now, because that'll give me international waters, doubling all naval production, which combined with the Venetian arsenal is pretty damn good. How lucky have we got on aluminium? I think pretty lucky, being honest. It seems like we've unlocked quite a bit of stuff, but let's just have a double check. That is under a district, that is under a district, that is under a mine, that is under a mine, that is under a district. So we have 10 coming in per turn at the moment. That is lovely. There's some on the border with Brazil. Okay, we only know about 7 sources, and I already have improved 5 of them. That's lucky. Goodness me. Where's the extra one? There is one more source. Oh, in Vilnius. Okay, but that basically confirms my decision to be going for advanced flight. Oh no, apparently I had a siege engine still somewhere, and it just got destroyed. And, oh, Hungary has just come through, and he's just eating through my empire right now with their tanks. They're using my own railways against me. That's not pleasant. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. My cities have 75 strength on the attacks, and I believe that is because that's what my U-boats are. Range strength of 85. I've never built a fleet, so it's still got 75. There's one tank done. That's handy. That's an artillery done. They're bringing artilleries, they're bringing tanks. They really are not messing around with the army that they're sending my way. This is good. We like a scrap like this. This is fantastic. Like, how often do you play games where it's just a little bit like, are they actually going to challenge me at all? This is one of those games where they absolutely are. Just need to, I think I've got to focus on getting my city attacks a little bit stronger now. So field cannons are not going to help with that. Battleships would? No, that's 70 strength, so the U-boat 75 probably is better than that still. I'm just trying to think of what I could do. I think the next stage would be machine guns, 85, unless I were to put a seaport down and then build a U-boat from scratch. That's probably something that I should do. What about Preslav? I could get a seaport here, so I'll do that. And then I know that you're building a U-boat, but could you just go to an armada? It's going to take a little bit of time. Oh yeah, that's going to take some time. But I have almost got Cold War, so that'll help. Goddard, 20% production towards space race projects. He is amazing. What's not amazing is that the tanks have now gone right through to my capital, and they are now just stealing all of the trade routes here. Goodness me, this is cheeky. Get out of here. I'll go for the Electron power plant quickly. I'm only 1 turn away, and I think I'm actually going to go for fighters to start with. I so rarely go for fighters, but I think with the amount of tanks floating around, I'm going to need some air support to defeat the army, and then we'll go for bombers from that point. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to defend ourselves. We're just a bit outgunned at the moment in terms of city strength. We'll get there, but yeah, I just need all the support I can get, really. My naval capacity is pretty decent though. I'm just thinking this actually. I've always said this, that Air Force beats Navy, Navy beats Army, and they're throwing loads of tanks at me, which sucks. But because I've got all of my military power in my Navy, pretty much, I'm managing to hold them off quite well, because I can attack them without them attacking me. Yep, they're just stealing my trade routes. Please, stop it. Stop it now. It's very frustrating. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Davalex, Trafford Aspby, Paul Coffey, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petrovan, Matthew Hatch and Nim for all of your support, as well as everybody else who watches, likes, comments and engages with the video. Thank you very much. See you next time.